Imagine living in one of the richest countries in the world, yet having no place to sleep tonight. Across the United States, hundreds of thousands of people are living on the streets, in cars, shelters, or temporary housing. Entire tent cities have appeared in major cities. Families are sleeping in motels. Workers with full time jobs still can't afford rent. So, what exactly is happening? Why is homelessness rising in America right now? And more importantly, what caused this crisis in this first place? In this video, we'll break down the real reasons behind America's growing homelessness problem and why it's much more complicated than most people think. Homelessness in America has been increasing in recent years. According to government data, hundreds of thousands of people are homeless on any given night. But that number may actually be higher. Many people live in cars, couch surf with friends, or move between temporary shelters. These situations are often called hidden homelessness. The crisis is especially visible in cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Seattle, and Portland. In these places, large encampments of tents and RVs have become common sights. But homelessness isn't just a big city issue anymore. Even smaller towns across America are seeing growing numbers of people without stable housing. So, what's driving this trend? The biggest reason behind rising homelessness is simple. Housing has become extremely expensive. Over the last decade, rent prices in many American cities have skyrocketed. In some areas, rent has increased 50 to 100%. At the same time, wages for many workers have not increased nearly as fast. This creates a dangerous situation. Many Americans now spend over half of their income on rent alone. And when people are living paycheck to paycheck, even a small emergency can push them into homelessness. Things like losing a job, medical bills, a car breaking down, or divorce or family conflict. Any of these events can quickly lead to eviction. Once someone loses housing, it becomes extremely difficult to recover. Another major factor is a severe shortage of affordable housing. In many cities, there simply aren't enough low cost apartments available. Developers often build luxury apartments or expensive homes because they make more profit. Meanwhile, affordable housing projects take years to approve and build. Local zoning laws also limit where apartments can be constructed. Some neighborhoods only allow single family homes, which makes housing even more scarce. This lack of supply pushes prices even higher. And when housing becomes scarce, the poorest people are the first to lose access. The COVID 19 pandemic made the situation even worse. Millions of Americans lost jobs during lockdowns. Although the government temporarily paused evictions and provided stimulus checks, those protections eventually ended. When eviction protections expired, many renters who had fallen behind suddenly faced huge debts. Some families owed thousands of dollars in back rent. At the same time, inflation increased the cost of living. Food, gas, and utilities all became more expensive. For households already struggling financially, the pandemic pushed many over the edge. Another factor often discussed in the homelessness crisis is mental illness and addiction. Many people experiencing long term homelessness struggle with severe depression, PTSD, substance addiction, and untreated mental health conditions. But experts says it's important to understand something. Mental illness alone does not cause homelessness. In many cases, people become homeless first and then their mental health worsens because of the extreme stress and trauma of living on the streets. Without stable housing, it becomes much harder to access healthcare, therapy, or addiction treatment. This creates a difficult cycle that is hard to break. Solving homelessness is extremely complicated. Different cities and governments often disagree on the best solution. Some approaches focus on building more housing, others focus on expanding shelters. Another strategy called Housing First aims to give homeless individuals permanent housing before addressing other problems like employment or addiction. But building housing takes time and huge amounts of money. Political disagreements, local opposition, and complex regulations slow down many projects. As a result, solutions often move much slower than the crisis itself. Homelessness in America is not caused by a single issue. It's the result of several problems happening at the same time. Number 1, rising housing costs. Number 2, a shortage of affordable homes. Number 3, economic instability. Number 4, the lingering impact of the pandemic. And number 5, mental health and addiction challenges. Together, these factors have created one of the most visible social crises in the country today. And while there are many proposed solutions, experts agree on one thing. Without more affordable housing and stronger support systems, the problem is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. The question now is whether policymakers, communities, and governments can work together to address the root causes before the crisis grows even bigger. If you found this video informative, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos explaining major issues happening around the world. And let me know in the comments, what do you think is the biggest cause of homelessness today? Thanks for watching.